Hello everyone. So in previous few videos we have seen two kinds of data structures. First one was list, and in the previous two videos we have seen about tuples. Today I am going to introduce you to third kind of data structure, that is a dictionary. This dictionary topic is going to be slightly bigger as compared to tuples because there are some complexities. It is easy, but sometimes it is difficult to understand what a teacher is trying to teach you in dictionary. So without any further delay, let's get started with the video. So what dictionaries basically are is it is a data structure. It is storing a data, but there are there it is storing a data in slightly different manner. What is the different manner is, so dictionaries are first of all unordered collection of data. By unordered I means, like, if I have given a data in any particular order, whenever I call my dictionary, it is not necessary that it will give the output in the same particular order. It will make some changes in means random order. It stores data in key value pair. I will tell you what key value pair is in few seconds. It can store anything inside dictionaries. It can store numbers, list, strings, dictionaries as well. It can also store dictionaries inside dictionaries, and it is easier to access data in dictionaries. You will understand why very soon. Now see, let's see what is the syntax to make a dictionary. So in the case of list, we were storing data in between these square brackets. In the case of tuples, we were storing data in between in normal parentheses, or we were not using parentheses at all also. In dictionaries, what we do is we go for curly brackets. We store data inside these curly brackets. So how do we store? And it always store the data in the key pair of key 1, key and value. I'll give an example. I'll give an example. Let's say if I want to score I want to store the porosities of different reservoirs. Let's say I have a reservoir A, reservoir B, reservoir C, and reservoir. Let's say only three reservoirs I have. I want to store their porosities, their average porosities in a list. So what I can do is I'll make a phi underscore list, because I'm making a list. So I am making a list of porosities, and I'll store in this way. Let's say reservoir A has porosity of 0.14, reservoir B have porosity of 0.29, and reservoir C has the porosity of 0.34. Okay, 0.40, 40%. I don't have any problem. I have created a list, and when I will print this list, it will give me the right results. But one problem, what is but here if I am a new user, okay, if I am showing a code to somebody, or if I am showing my results to somebody else, he or she will not be able to identify that which porosity is related to which reservoir. He cannot he don't we don't specify here. We although we know, but the user might not be knowing that this point 1 is 4 is related to A, and this 0.29 is related to B, and 0.4 is related to C. So for that, dictionaries came into picture. Dictionaries are very convenient in these scenarios. So let us I'll told you, dictionaries, we to make a dictionary, we store data in the curly brackets. Inside this curly bracket, what we have? A key. Now key, in this case, we can say, let's say reservoir A is our key, and after putting a colon, what we are now whatever I'll input, that will become a value, means value to this key. So in this case, my value to reservoir A is 0.14. It means the reservoir A has the porosity of 0.14. I'll make space here so that it looks good, it looks clean. Now you want to enter a second key value pair. After inserting comma, you write second key. What your second key will be? Reservoir B, and it has the value of, let's say, 0.29, right? Now I want to enter the third key value pair, so reservoir C. Now it will have the value of 0.40. So here, and I'll store it in a variable. I'll create a variable, let's say phi dot dictionary, phi dot dict. If I print this phi underscore dict, reservoir A is not defined. Okay, I'm so sorry. Because this is a string, I'll have to do it inside a single quotes. the key values I'll have to give in a single quote. Single quote or double quote you can also use. And because these are float values, so we don't need any quotes here. If it were to be if let's say if our value is in a string form, then yes, you should definitely use single quote or double quote. Now if I go and print this, now if I execute, okay, I haven't entered the right spelling here, print. Now if I execute this, now you see, now this is more, means this is more appealing, it looks great. It is I if a new user is looking at this output, he'll be able to understand more better way that the 0.14 is nothing but the average porosity of reservoir A, while this was not in the case of list or tuples as well. So this is how dictionaries are more valuable. It gives a better representation of data, it gives more detailed results. Great. So this is the one way to create a dictionary, that what I told you, that you just put curly brackets, and inside that you write here key 1, your key, and to after inserting colon you write the value of that key. Similarly, if you want to go for second or third key value pair, you insert comma, you write key 2, and after inserting colon you write the value 2. So this is how you create a dictionary. So this was a method 1 of creating a dictionary. There's another method to create a dictionary, which is, now what you can also do is you can make use of dict function. Dict function will convert any data to a dictionary if written in if how to write it, that inside this dict you will write your key, whatever your key is, and now here you will put equal to sign, and then you will put here value 1 sign, value 1. Here we are not using colon, just remember, I used to get often confused. In this method we were using colon here, but here we are using equals to sign. So similarly, after comma you go for key 2 and equals to value 2, and we go on further. So this is a second method to create a dictionary. Let us create a same dictionary with the new name and with the new method. So let's say my new name is phi dict new. This is my new variable name. Now what I'm doing is I'll have to get same output, but I'll create a dictionary in another way, which I have told you right here, this way. So this will be dict, and now the key of my first key is reservoir A, and the value here is 0.14. Great. Now my second key I'll input reservoir, that is B, and here I'll put equal to sign and I'll write 0.29. Then my third key res reservoir 3 C, and it has the value after putting equal to 0.40. Now if I execute this will give me an error. Great, because I wanted to point you out is that in the previous cases, yes, we have written the value of keys in inside these commas or single quotes. You can also use double quotes, but here there is no need to write these in these quotes. You just remove all the quotes here. You can simply write your key value and you just remove them. Now if I execute this cell, see, there is no error. Now if I want to see, if I print this value, print phi dict new, let's see the results. So you can see this result using another method first and this result using this method second are same. So you can go for any method you are more convenient with. I'll tell you another method as well to create dictionaries. So we go to method 3. This is a slightly complex method. What you can do is, now let's say I have another variable. I'll create the same output as well using this example. Now this time my variable becomes, let's say, phi dict 2. What you have to do is create a list. Inside this list you have to give a key value pair inside tuples. It means you have, let's say here I have 3 key value pair, right? Reservoir A and his porosity, reservoir B and reservoir C similar. So I'll have to create three tuples which contains these key and values. So the first tuple will contain my first key, and the second value of the value of this key is 0.14. Now I'll go outside this tuple, I'll create another tuple. This will contain reservoir B, and this is the key, and now its value is 0.29. And afterwards create another tuple, that is reservoir C, and then create another its value, that is 0.40. This is a variable, I'll throw xyz, let's say xyz, this is a variable. Now this is a list basically, right? This is a list xyz. To convert this list into dictionary, what I can do is I'll store dict, and inside this dict I'll put this xyz. Now let's see what is happening here. So see, again this will give you error. Now this time you have to use the quotes here. So this is small things I'm mistaking again and again, because I want you not to make the same mistakes. You have to understand where we are using these single quotes, where we are using these double quotes, and where we are using no quotes at all. Now if I execute this doesn't give me error. And now if I go and print 5 dict 2, see, we are getting this, we have created the same result. So in each scenarios, in all the three methods, we have seen that how one method is different from another, and how we can get the same output using different all the three methods. In this video I have told you that how to create dictionaries. In the next video, what I'll do is I'll tell you that how to access data and why it is easier to access data in dictionaries. So stay tuned for the next lecture. Thank you, and I'll see you there.